Daniel 2:4. Vayedabru hakasdim lamelech aramit. Malka leomin, chei, emar chelma leavdaich, ufishra nechave. So here is the verse in which we get the transition from Hebrew to Aramaic. And so this first line, as you see it here, is in Hebrew. So let's look at this one quickly. We get the Chaldeans serving as the subject. And then the verb here we have is a PL imperfect, third masculine plural, plus the Vav consecutive, or the Vayiktol form. Verbal root is Dalet Beit Resh. And so we get something here like, and the Chaldeans, they spoke to the king, and then we get Aramit. In Aramaic is how we would say this. In Aramaic, this is a verbal modifier or adverbial modifier telling how they spoke. And so they spoke, the Chaldeans spoke to the king in Aramaic. And then we pick up with Aramaic, and you might see a few little differences, but you'll see some similarities. I want to point you to the videos on Daniel, the Aramaic in Daniel, from Daily Dose of Aramaic with Scott Callahan. That'll give you a much more in-depth picture of this, but let me just go through this quickly for completion. Notice you have O king. Now, this is the determined state with that aleph at the end, similar to a hey at the front in Hebrew. So we have here the king, but this is serving as the vocative. So we have O king, and then we get two eternities. Notice the een ending, similar to the eem ending. Two eternities live. Here is a peal. The verbal root is chaya, and the peal imperative to ms. So we get something like this: live to eternities or live forever. Next, we get another peal verb, peal imperative to ms. This is the verbal root amar, so you're seeing a lot of good similarities here. Speak the dream. Notice the aleph here as the determined state, the dream. Speak the dream to your servants. Here's the to ms pronominal suffix with the yod tells us it's the plural servants, to your servants. And there's that determined state again, and the interpretation we will declare. Here is a pa'el, imperfect, 1 CP. Notice the noon performative is the same there. And notice also the verb pattern here of the shwa, patach, and dagesh, very similar to the Hebrew PL, but in Aramaic, we're going to have a pa'el with that doubled vav. The verbal root here is chava, to declare, and its interpretation we will declare.